communication, coordination, and most importantly, preparation. Welcome back to Maritime Pilot, where we take you deep into the world of maritime investigations, uncovering the hidden details behind some of the most curious incidents at sea. Today we have an episode that shows a series of small decisions seemingly harmless can unravel into something much larger. The story starts on a warm summer day, the 1st of August 2012, in a busy port of Immingham, UK. It was calm, typical afternoon at the port. Ships were loading and preparing to depart. Among them was the Russian flag multi-purpose cargo vessel, the Alexander Travodisky. She was preparing to sail in ballast. Her journey set from Immingham to Sunderland. Everything seems to be in order, and the crew were in good spirit as they prepared for a routine departure. At 13:10, the engine room came alive. The crew tested the vessel's propulsion system manually, engaging the gearbox ahead and astern. The chief engineer, second engineer, and the electrician were all at the engine room at that time, ready to manually control the engine and the gearbox during the departure, a task they felt comfortable with, despite the manual control system being more demanding than the normal. By 13:20, the pilot had boarded. He was met on the bridge by the chief officer, who assured him that everything was ready. The pilot, however, wasn't giving pilot card, a small but a significant oversight. The pilot was not aware of the full picture, trusting the confidence of the crew. The port that day was crowded. Close by the Alexander Travodisky was the stationary dredger UKD Bluefin, secured alongside another vessel, the Wilson Hawk, which was busy discharging its cargo. The wind was moderate, around 18 knots from south, and the master of the Alexander Travodisky decided to make important choice. He told the pilot that he wanted to handle the departure himself without using the decks or any other assistance. A bold move. The pilot, though trusting the experience of the master, he agreed. At 13:33, the vessel mooring ropes were released, and the Alexander Travodisky began to move astern, first gently blown off the berth by the wind. The master at the helm confidently adjusted the vessel's bow with the bow thruster, keeping the vessel steady parallel to the jetty at all times, while the ship was falling astern. Then the first decision was made. The master moved the bridge telegraph to dead slow ahead. The vessel began to pick up speed, moving further from the quay astern, but something was off. The master expected the vessel to slow, so he moved the telegraph to stop. The vessel, however, continued gaining momentum, falling astern, not ahead. Sensing the need to take control, the master moved the lever to slow ahead. Nothing changed. The vessel didn't slow. Instead, it was gathering more speed astern. The situation was slipping out of control. At this point, the Alexander Travodisky was heading dangerously close to the UKD Bluefin. The pilot, realizing the imminent danger, urged the master to stop the vessel immediately. In response, the master moved the telegraph lever full ahead, a desperate attempt to stop falling astern. A large cloud of black smoke billowed from the funnel, but the vessel did not stop. In fact, it seems moving even faster. The crew on the bridge exchanged concerned glances, knowing they were running out of time. By now, the UKD Bluefin was only meters away. In a last-ditch effort, the bridge team ordered the engine to completely stop. The command was passed down to the engine room, but it was too late. At 13:37, Alexander Travodisky's starboard quarter collided with the UKD Bluefin. The impact was significant, pushing the Bluefin into Wilson Hawk, damaging all the three vessels in a matter of moments. Three ships, each in their own routine operation, now found themselves caught in an unexpected chain of events. While no one was injured, the damage was done, and the once calm port has descended into chaos. But what exactly went wrong? How did a simple departure turn into a multi-vessel collision? The investigation that followed would uncover a series of overlooked warnings, faulty equipments, poor communications, factors that combined resulted in this costly incident. The investigation quickly zeroed in on several key factors. First, the propulsion system. At the time of departure, the Alexander Travodisky engines were being operated manually. The bridge team, unaware of the critical issues with the system, gave orders they thought would correct the situation, but the gearbox solenoid valves were mismanaged. Despite orders to move forward, the engine continued to drive the vessel astern. No one checked the actual direction of the propeller shaft. The bridge team believed they were moving ahead, but in the reality they were accelerating backwards towards the disaster. Another factor, the master's decision not to use the tug, which was standing by to assist. A tug could have helped correct the vessel's course or at least slow down, preventing the collision altogether. But that option was not taken. In the end, this incident was a reminder that even the smallest decision at sea, decisions that seem routine, can lead to consequences no one expects. The damage caused that day amounted over 180,000 pounds, with repairs that can take weeks to complete. To summarize the events led to the incident, we can say the automatic propulsion system had been defective for 2 months but not reported to the ship manager or the classification society. The vessel was operated in manual control, which was only intended for emergency situations without proper procedures in place. The pilot was not given the pilot card, which would have informed him about the vessel's control status and its limitations. The master, new to the vessel, chose not to engage the tug for assistance during departure, which could have helped control the vessel in the busy port. Orders from the bridge were given to move the vessel ahead, but the engine room failed to correctly adjust the gearbox. The chief engineer mistakenly operated the gearbox solenoid valves, resulting in a propeller continuing to turn astern, despite the orders for head movement. Neither the bridge team nor the engineers monitored the direction of the propeller shaft, missing a critical sign that the vessel was still moving astern. The master and the crew reacted too late to the vessels gaining speed astern, making the situation harder to control. Verbal orders were given to increase the speed ahead, but they were not verified properly, further contributing to a confusion and lack of control. The pilot was unaware that the vessel was in manual control mode, limiting his ability to anticipate issues and adjust for potential risks. The manual propulsion system was not equipped with sufficient controls and instrumentation for effective maneuver during pilotage, increasing the risk for human error. So what's the takeaway from the Alexander Trebodyski? Communication, coordination, and most importantly, preparation. As we have seen today, even experienced crew can find themselves in difficult situations if the systems they rely on don't work as expected. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to see more stories from high seas, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. Stay informed, and until next time, stay safe.